that's what people love, just to see a real family that represents not only Black people, white people, everybody. If you don't have them, if your mom is not Miss Pat, you know a Miss Pat. Don't act like you don't. I might have didn't raise you, but your mama was my friend.
How does it feel that you're 2 days out from audiences being able to see it again?
We're excited, man. If you like the first season, the second season gonna hit you across the head like an armed robber at a local convenience store. That's how good it is.
Yeah, we're so excited. It's so much fun that happens this season, and we also go a little bit deeper and turn the heat up a little bit. So we're excited to be able to, throw audiences back into the crazy Carson household again, or the Carson, the Ford, and the James household.
Absolutely. Listen, I think if I can speak for audiences, we absolutely do miss it. And I just want to talk a little bit too, just about the amazing reception you guys got, even just with the first season. I mean, you got audiences who love it so much, critics who adore it, an Emmy nomination, all these things. And I know you don't necessarily do things for accolades, you do the work for the work, but how does it feel to be able to see that, it is connecting with people and audiences?
I'm excited as hell because I think the show for us was really, with Pat's life, and then, with the format of the sitcom and the R-rated and the rawness that I wanted to bring to it. It was like a big experiment, right? It was a big experiment. We didn't know. We thought we was crazy. Are people going to watch this? Are people going to vibe with it? And it was just cool to know that the experiment worked and that people, really do want to see real families in the sitcom format and see Pat and her story and these characters in this world. And it's just it's a blessing, man. We're really shifting the landscape of what a sitcom is and can be. So that feels great.
And it's just so nice to, I'm just excited to see to have my life on TV, but also have so many people that can relate to it. Like I'm not cooking like the normal mom. I'm trying to build a career. I'm running around the world and I'm plus size and he hired an actor to play like he loved me. You really don't see fat girls. Fat girls usually chase men, which I never understood because I never had to chase no man. But it's just nice to see somebody that's out of the ordinary, that they're just really the focus of the whole show. Because that don't always happen. It's like a perfect family. Everybody look like they drink green juice. Everybody in my house look like they don't drink any type of juice.
Right.
Unless it's red.
Right. Exactly. But listen, those are families all across the world, let alone the country, who don't necessarily see their family. They're used to, trying to see themselves in other families that don't look like them or act like them or all those things. And to what you guys are both saying, listen, I mean, some would have argued maybe 4 or 5 years ago, people were talking like maybe the sitcom doesn't work anymore. Maybe we're not using that type of format. And I think it's so cool to see you guys kind of have this fusion that the sitcom absolutely does work. And that, people still want to laugh and then just see themselves in shows.
And we really care about the show too. You watch TV. If you're a sitcom person, I've watched where I've seen a joke on Fred Sanford will be in a show in 2021, and I'm like, who are they kidding? So what I love about this, we can guarantee you never heard the joke, and you never seen the story pushed the way Jordan pushed it, because he pushed all the stories. He gonna have me flying next year, and I'm not even gonna be in heaven. But he's willing to try any and everything because, we just want to keep it real to the audience. We want your problems to be our problems and we all get healed together.
Absolutely. And I think even with what you're saying, there's so many topics too that you guys are not afraid to dive into, and topics that I think families are talking about, in multi-generations. You have like gender identity, pronouns, drug addiction, all these things. How important was it to be able to tackle these things in a lighthearted way, but also still balancing the gravity of what they mean for, again, conversations that are happening all over the country?
Yeah, I think one is really just using what the show does great is that it really does use comedy in order to have these hard conversations. And I think the benefit of sitcom is that we're so used to them being so light and fluffy and something that you just put on in the background. So it's kind of something that you let into your house without realizing that it's a Trojan horse to actually have hard conversations. And so that balance is exactly the thing that we aim to execute in every episode. And so I'm just glad that we were able to, really push these stories forward, and that BET trusted us to tell these stories, and is letting the world kind of be able to have these hard conversations with us around so many issues: alcoholism, abortions,
everything. Because, when you go home, you really do talk about real things that you can't talk about at the office.
Right.
I mean, it's the time to take off your hat and use all your racist terms and let your bra down and scream at the boss you don't like. That's your house. So why can't we be real in our house? And that's what we wanted to show. Because I remember that when my daughter came home, when Jordan put this in the pilot, the word Afghanistan. And I was like, what's wrong with you? She's like, I'm sick of this Afghanistan. I was like, what is Afghanistan? All these white people with these Dumb and Dumber haircuts. And I thought that was hilarious. but the whole school shooting is a conversation I had with my daughter about going to an all-white school. And what I love about Jordan, if I say it, it's an episode. If I say, we was just arguing the other day, he's like, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know I'm gonna need that new hour you got. I said, you ain't get my hour.
I said, it's called the Miss Pat Show.
He is like, I'm gonna go ahead and let you know I'm gonna need that new hour when they call him back. I'm like, so I do not allow him to come to my show because he steals.
Steal, inspired by, it is the Miss Pat Show, like he said.
He takes any and everything, and then next thing I know, it's an episode. I can just tell him a piece of a story, and he drags it out, and that's what people love, just to see a real family that represents not only Black people, white people, everybody. If you don't have them, if your mom is not Miss Pat, you know a Miss Pat. Don't act like you don't. I might have didn't raise you, but your mama was my friend. You heard me say might have didn't.